3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Hey guys, welcome to another video. It is the Hypecoin Scalper here, diving through the world of BSC in search for utility-based tokens. Today we're going to be talking about a coin called Defi Sports, but before we get into that, I just want to quickly ask you to please subscribe to this channel, give a like down below, and also don't forget to hit that notification bell. It really helps a lot. I'm brand new to this, and there's tons of room for growth moving forward. I really hope that this channel will be a place that people can come to where they know that the tokens that I talk about are safe. They're not going to be a rug pull or something like that. I try to find any ounce of utility I can find, and something I don't want to just grab anything that might claim to be utility and move forward with that. I really want to find a few things that really help me to determine whether or not it's something that I myself would invest in. A few of those things include a thorough white paper, a good, well-built website. I want to see that the team is doxed, and I also like to see that they have a CertiK audit either in progress or on the way. Those are just a few of the things that I like to see. Obviously, there's more to it than that. The tokenomics speak a lot, and so forth. So we're going to dive into that. And as always, this is not financial advice. I'm just a guy on YouTube with my opinion. Having said that, though, I always try to give as much information as I possibly can and, a well thought out opinion on any projects that I present on this channel. So with all of that, let's dive in. So here we see this is the front page of the website. They've got a welcome video here that kind of explains what it is and what they're trying to do. And then if you scroll down, the world of sports is evolving. Together we can build a better future for all. Honestly, a lot of the things on here, they talk about more in detail in their white paper. So we'll get to that pretty quickly. But here's the things that they're really trying to address. Here are some of the things that they're trying to address, or the problems that they see. There's gender inequality in pay. Poor working climates, poor infrastructure for young talent. There's different incentives that decentralized finance brings to the sporting world. And of course, the issues with centralization. I don't think their native language is English, so the website's going to be a little interesting as far as their translations go, but it's pretty good. So here we have their roadmap. They call it the Coliseum, Wimbledon, Lords. See, this is bad. I'm in America and I don't pay much attention to these sports. So Le Mans, I don't know what that is. I assume it has to do with Formula One, and then Madison Square. So here they've got some partners that they're working with, and here's their team. You can see their socials and everything like that. Real quick, I'll click on their gallery as well, so you can see they've got all their teams made a little docs video where they talk about who they are and what they're doing. They're pretty brief. I'll show you this one real quick.
Hello everyone, I'm Jason, the CTO of Defi Sports Coin. Sport is part of my life. 大家好，我是 Jason.
So yeah, there's a little bit there. They don't go into much detail. They're just kind of introducing themselves, just to give a little more transparency. Here we go over to the white paper. So that is the wrong white paper. So let's go to the white paper. So prior to DeFi technology, here are some of the issues that they see. And then with DeFi, these are how they can resolve some of these things. So with compensation gap, lack of transparency, and intermediaries fees, DeFi gives incentives in using their token and other cryptos to pay athletes. Reoccurring subscription fees, centralization and ticketing issues, DeFi ecosystem, streaming, ticketing, merchandise. So basically doing all of that on the blockchain. Let's see, the communication gap between fans and athletes. There is quite a gap. I don't follow sports super close, but I know that around the world, sports are huge. People pay attention to sports more than they go to church. Like it's it's just how it is. Building a network hub with AR technology for fans' interactions with athletes and integrate DeFi community for sports brands. So this right here, I've actually seen some other competition working on, namely Sport Among Go. But, you know, I like to see other people in the space trying to whack at the same type of thing. And, you know, one of them could do it way better than the other. We'll see. No infrastructure in tracking young talent from third world countries. I didn't really ever think about that, but that's a really good point. Excuse me. There isn't a lot of ways to track young athletes from third world countries because there probably aren't a lot of talent seekers out there. So with EgoTrack, which tracks young talents from all over the world and bridges organizations without any obstacles on DeFi Sports blockchain. So EcoTrack, that sounds pretty interesting. I'm sure we'll see a little bit more of that as we go down. As far as the solution, DeFi can change how businesses work and flourish. So here's one of the things they're doing. They're bringing a game page or an arcade competitive coin staking mini games that are calibrated through artificial intelligence for the optimal gaming experience. I've seen a lot of different kind of things like this, so that's nothing that new to me, but it does encourage more people to get involved in the token. All of this doesn't seem that new to me, but I'm sure it's going to help bring more people on board, and it's kind of a given. Like if you're going to open a burger shop, you better be serving fries, right? I think it's kind of the same type of deal with these. Like if you're going to have a DeFi sports organization, these are some of the things that you kind of got to have. So what really sets these guys apart to me is where they talk about these things up here, like being able to track young athletes from third world countries. I haven't seen that before. Incentives to be able to compensate athletes in better ways and being more transparent. Obviously crypto is a solution to that, so I could see that being a really good incentive for them. And DeFi ecosystem of streaming, ticketing, and merchandise. I've seen a little bit of that, so there is some competition there, but I don't know. We'll see. And then so anyway, that's kind of that. As far as the roadmap goes, they actually need to update this because they've gotten it. The token's already launched, and so they've gone through a lot of this. I think they're kind of in this area right here. So I know they applied for a full audit with CertiK. So they're right in the middle of that right now, but that should be done hopefully soon. And when that does finish, that'll be a really good sign, and I'll be looking forward to reviewing that, because the CertiK audit versus like a dessert audit are way different. They're like not even in the same category. A dessert audit is something that is really cheap and can be done quickly. These take a while, and they're really thorough, and they're pretty expensive. So it's a good sign when you see a token getting a CertiK audit. They're working on marketing agency, blockchain development, etc. So a lot of the stuff I think is kind of just fillers for what's coming, but so we'll see more of that down the road. But it's on their roadmap. They're going to be working on it. We'll get there. As far as tokenomics go, there are 10 billion total DSC. Here you can see, I'll get down to how that's distributed in a minute. But you have a few different things. So you have an ambassador wallet, an association wallet, advisor wallet, and a team wallet. Their wallets are hard-coded with locked features, which you can verify by reading the codes on BSC scan. So these different wallets, when they bring other people on board, they have security features which will keep these guys from basically selling and dropping all of their coins, so it doesn't affect the chart too much. Duration of lock, team, and external parties. Their wallets are locked accordingly to the agreement signed with DeFi Sports Holdings LLC. Their wallets are locked between 3 to 5 years with a timer that will release DSC on a yearly basis. So if you have a 4-year contract, let's say that's one supply of the total, then 0.25 of that would be released every year. As far as how the token is distributed, 40% is the circulating supply. You have 4.9 in the gaming pool. 20% to the ambassadors, 10% association. Bitcoin Man, who I will talk about in a little bit, at 5%, and advisors another 5%. And then of course the team 15.1. Curious why there's 0.1, but it is what it is. I want to get down to, here we go, here's the team. So here's Kevin, CEO, Mustafa, the COO, Jason, I hope I said that right, by the way, Jason, the CTO, and Kyle, marketing director. So you've got all these guys. You can see their LinkedIn profiles, their Twitters, and with their advisors, this is kind of cool. So Bitcoin Man is on board as an advisor. If you don't know who he is, let's go real quick to his website. This guy does a lot with crypto. He's been in the I think he's been in crypto since like 2010. I could be wrong, but I know he's been around for a long time. And so I believe he's kind of a angel investor with different companies that are trying to change the way that we do sports or do NFTs or art or those kinds of things. So that's kind of, yeah, here's his about me. So you can go see who he is. I wish he had more here. He's been around for a long time and in crypto, and has a lot of good advice. When they launched, the day they launched, he was on the AMA session, and so it was cool to see him there, talking through a lot of things that they're bringing to the table. And then they have Nair as well, who I don't really know much about Nair. I apologize. But I'm sure he's great too. I don't know. So you'll have to check him out. You can contact them if you have any questions. Here's all their other information. But that's the basics of that. Again, it launched. Let's go take a look at the chart real quick. The chart's really bullish right now. You can see it's pretty green. So it launched on the 22nd, and so it's only been live for 3 days now. It's 7:55 p.m. On the 24th. So yeah, it hasn't been around that long yet. So you're still very new if you do decide to jump on board. If you decide to wait for a dip, that's definitely fine too. I don't know really if there will be much of one, because these sporting coins that actually have real utility in them tend to pop off pretty quickly. We're currently at a market cap of 6.5 million, and we could see that go up quite a bit in the near future. These guys definitely, I feel like, are genuine. They've been genuine in all of the interactions that I've had with them. I've mostly talked with the CEO, this guy right here, and he's definitely down to earth and happy to answer any questions. If you do have more questions about the token, you can go onto their Telegram and just DM one of the, like Kevin or somebody from the team, and you can talk to them about any questions that you have, or join their AMAs. They have quite a few. I think they've got a YouTube channel as well, but I don't think they have anything on it yet. So I think more of their AMAs are probably going to start showing up here, as well as some other entertainment. Oh, as far as some other announcements, I don't have it up here because I don't have the right window up. Sorry, I'm just gonna give you a headache just in all my scrolling. I apologize. So there's different athletes that are working with DeFi Sports and signing with them. All right, so we're having Kazuki. I'm gonna mess this up. Kazuki Takahashi. With us to help us to go a step further in achieving our mission. Yeah, so they've been working on signing different athletes, and it's pretty cool to see. So they've got members of their team that are trying to help them to move forward in those ways, which is fantastic. Yeah, let's see. Our newly signed athlete, Kazuki Takahashi. That's a sweet name. There it is, as an ambassador. Be attending the AMA. Cool. Yeah, that's right. I was there for that. So yeah, it's pretty cool to see that there's quite a few people involved. and it's a growing project. I think personally, if you want my personal opinion about this, I think this chart is going to go far beyond its all-time high right here, just so you can get an idea of where it's at now from the pre-sale price. They did have a pre-sale. I believe it was a max of 3 BNB, and it filled so fast. Actually, let's take a look here again at the wallets. There are currently 1,760. Earlier today when I was looking at this, I think there were only like 1,400. So it's grown quite a bit recently, and I think that's because they went live on CoinGecko, if I remember correctly. So yeah, they're growing pretty fast. I think there's quite a bit of room to grow. I would definitely, if I found out about this token right now at the time of seeing this, I would definitely join the Telegram, kind of see what is happening there, and I'd probably try to wait for a little bit of a dip, because that's how I work. I never buy green candles. I don't believe in doing that. It's just too risky. However, I do see this project going quite a bit further. But it could take a while. So if you don't care, then yeah, now's a good time to buy. If you do want to get the optimal entry, maybe wait for it to kind of test this area again, or even down here. It could never come though. So again, this isn't financial advice. You got to make decisions that's best for you. Maybe put a little bit in now and then wait for a dip. And then if it dips, put a little more in. That's typically what I do. I like to stagger out my buys so that I'm not always buying the top or putting all my money in at once. It's just not a very wise decision, in my opinion. All right, well, that about wraps it up for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. We have a lot more coming, so please subscribe. And you know, there's going to be some giveaways, some whitelist giveaways for some other projects that are coming up. And that about does it. So enjoy the rest of your day, guys. We'll see you in the next one.
3, 2, 1.